Hi. So today I met with my mentor, Calvin Huang, and it was a really great meeting because I think I just learned a lot from all the knowledge he had to share about what classes to take, whether to study abroad, the tests I should be preparing for, and just kind of the medical school application process in general. So I think I'll just kind of recap what we talked about. So I originally had kind of had an interest in studying abroad, but I didn't think that it would be possible because I don't want to take a gap after before medical school. So I thought that I would be studying for the MCAT the summer after my second year. And he gave me this really great advice about how he managed to study abroad, and basically what he advised me is a possible route if I think I can handle it is to actually go to the study abroad program in Glasgow, Scotland, because less people sign up for that one. And when I come back, I'll have 4 weeks at the end of the summer and really study hard during that time. And then, so study hard and then study for the entire fall quarter of third year, yes, by taking a really kind of easier schedule, easiest classes possible. And then I'll have 4 weeks during winter break because apparently we get an extra week every few years. And then that gives me time to prepare for the MCAT in January or February if I want time to take it if I need time to take it again. And he also mentioned that this was kind of a good plan because I had the concern that if I would be saving this physics series for the summer, would my class load during second year be a little bit too light since I finished math in high school, and I would pretty much be finishing up chem and the bio series. And he said that this would be a really great time to start doing research. And I definitely agree because he mentioned to me that since I'm interested in applying to med school straight and attending straight after it, second year would be a good time to kind of beef up my resume, get more experience, and really try to get those research opportunities and dedicate myself to a lab so I can get the most out of it. So I think that's what I really appreciated out of the conversation, that he kind of gave me a lot of guidance and like advice on what I didn't know before. And I also learned how to kind of approach IMMs, those medical school interviews, and also how to approach different clubs and how to make myself seem like a more well-rounded individual just in general to really diversify myself from other applicants to medical school. And for the second part of this video, I am going to talk about kind of just myself, how I decided I wanted to do healthcare and ophthalmology more specifically, even though it's definitely a premature thought, and just the requirements that I needed to get there and how I'm going to accomplish those requirements. I kind of decided on healthcare and being a doctor from a very young age. It's definitely, I would say there's a sense of parental influence because my parents did want me to be a doctor. There was never a doctor in my family before, but I think it's really something I see myself in because if I were to imagine myself in 10 years, I really do see myself as a doctor, and I know that it takes a lot of hard work, but I believe that having a vision is definitely the first part of that. And I've always been not passionate, but I really like science. Definitely certain subjects of science more than others. I like chemistry and bio, definitely more than physics. And I also really like helping people. In high school, I really discovered my interest in volunteering. And I think just after you know that you have impacted someone's life in a positive way, maybe even like just your encounter with that one person can change the way they view their lifestyle or health habits for their entire life. I think that's something really meaningful and something that not everyone gets the chance to do. So that's really why I want to be a part of it. As for why ophthalmology specifically, I know that I want more of a better work-life balance, so I don't think I'd want to work in the emergency room or handle surgeries that are too just intense on me, too life-threatening. So I think that's why ophthalmology is something I want to pursue because I still want a medical degree and to be able to perform surgery. So I think eye surgery is very delicate. And as for the requirements as to how I'm going to get there, I am going to have to apply to medical school. So before that, I have to take my MCAT, apply to medical school, go through the whole interview process, and then come out of medical school, take the medical licensing exam, and then get matched with a residency, hopefully one that I really like, and then eventually take my board exam, and then become a physician. I think I'd want to do a fellowship, maybe in corneal or refractive surgery or something like that, just to deepen my knowledge of more specific disciplines. I actually have a family friend who went to UCLA, was the same major as me, is now an ophthalmologist. So I think I really want to follow in her footsteps. I think she's definitely set a great example. So that's why I think in the future maybe in my next few years here, I maybe want to get a job at Jules Stein Institute. That's definitely something I have to look into, research more about. But just to close off, I really had a great time with talking to Calvin today, my mentor. I just heard back from my alumni mentor, and it's been really great too. So just really appreciate this mentorship process and all that I get to learn. Bye!